Hello everyone, it's Thumper the Rabid Rabbit. Welcome back, it's August, it's harvest time. And we're here with episode 9 of No Bun Land farm video with the Nova 330 harvester, the cheap but effective harvester. And it's accompanying not too big of header, just a 5 meter wide, but we're not doing very big fields here, so why not? Easy. I do enjoy these little harvesters. The only real downside is their capacity isn't really that great, and when I'm driving it back over to the silos to empty it by hand, just means more trips. So, we'll see. Maybe this time around, because my sorghum and canola are further away, I'll finally modify my little trailer that I got here. That flatbed, I can modify it to hold 4, 8, and there might even be a 12,000 liter version of it. The 4,000 I can do for free. The 8 and larger costs money. So since I'm still being frugal, I don't know that I'll spend money to make it bigger, but the harvester only holds like, I don't know, 4,000 or 5,000 liters, I think, of these crops. So even making the 4,000 liter version of that trailer so I can chase it down, let the bot drive it, and I can drive the trailer, would keep it running more smoothly. So not a big deal, though. Not that big of fields. I'm going to go ahead and just jump right into the wheat harvesting here. And we'll hit the time-lapse button because it's more fun to watch this go fast anyway, and you probably don't want to hear me ramble on about harvesting for a half hour, so we'll just get to it and harvest these 3 available crops that we have ready today. Yeah, see, that worked out just fine. Made use of that small trailer to let the AI bot keep running the harvester through the field while I ran back with the output from the field. Drop some for the pigs, drop some in the silo, and the next task is to grab the baler and round up all the straw, which I've gone ahead and done here, and I had a little bit left. And I stopped the baler so I wouldn't have extra in it, because then when I turn that back in on lease, I'm just going to lose the extra straw that was in it. So I left it on the ground. Since I have the bucket loader now, I figured, can I just pick up this straw, loose straw, and use the bucket loader to just run it over and dump it right in to the pigsty. And if this just lands on the ground, then I guess I'm out of luck. And I didn't. Sweet. That'll do. Now, the real question is, if there is 5,000 liters of straw on the ground here, then I could have had another bale, and that would have been easier. But just based on the rows I was getting before this, I was kind of eyeballing it, and it looked like that wasn't the case. It looked like there wasn't enough here for another bale. So we'll see what happens. I'm going to run all the way to the end of this, and if I don't get 5 full bucket loads, then I made the right decision. So let's see how it comes out. Oh, and I made the right decision. 172 liters, that's after 4 full buckets, so that's 4,172 liters. So by grabbing the remaining loose straw with the bucket loader, I actually got myself 4,100 liters of loose straw bonus, because if I had tried to pick this up with that baler, I would have had 4,100 left in straw when I turned it back into the store, and that would have been wasted. So kind of a bummer that it takes a while to actually pick that all up with the bucket loader. I mean, it wasn't that long. I cut through it, but it was only like a minute or two, so not a big deal, especially when you're right here. If I had a lot of it, I suppose I could use one of the forage wagons, forage harvesters, and you can take advantage of all the loose stuff. There's also, I was looking, there's a slightly larger bucket loader that does the beet chopping, but man, is it expensive. Okay, 21, almost 22,000 liters in slurry. That is what I wanted to see. So here's my strategy. I've got to fertilize these fields. I'm going to jump over here, and we're back with the slurry tanker spreader. So my strategy is to make use of the slurry that the pigs are producing. This was one of my goals. I wanted to make sure I had the manure silo extension there, because while I will sell the pigs, their big benefit to me here is getting the slurry and the manure that I can spread to supplement doing fertilizer. Because a fertilizer is very expensive. Renting the trailer on 2 different days, buying all that dry fertilizer. This slurry spreader has a double application mode, which means I can go over the field once and get full double application of fertilizer in one pass. So I only have to rent this for 1 day, and I don't have to buy all my slurry, because some of it is going to come from my pigs here. In fact, I'll probably end up buying an extension tank for the slurry, because they did make this 21,000 pretty quickly. And so I want to have the capacity to hold enough to ideally be able to fertilize my entire field without buying any. But even if I have to buy some, it appears to be cheaper than buying the dry fertilizer. And of course I already have this trailer rented, so I don't have to rent another trailer. Okay, I had to do a quick edit there because I didn't realize that when you put down the when you lower these arms here, it actually turns on the slurry automatically. So I was like lowering it and then hitting activate, but it was turning it off, and I'm like, what the hell's happening? So now I got it working. Now I understand. So we're in double application mode. We're using the slurry from the pigsty, and we're going to see how far we can get. This seems to be going really quickly here, so I'm not even sure I'm going to make it all the way to the end of the field here on this first load. But there is several thousand more in the pigsty, and then for the rest of the field, since we already have this trailer, we'll go ahead and rent, or we'll keep it rented and go buy more slurry this time. And hopefully as we increase our production at the pigsty or get more animals, we'll be able to take advantage of that instead of buying fertilizer. So let's zip through this. Okay, so we ended up buying quite a bit of slurry from the store, but it wasn't particularly expensive. I'll have to do a comparison, but I'm pretty sure that was less expensive to buy slurry and get the double application than it would be to buy the dry fertilizer, certainly over 2 days, and having to rent that spreader trailer twice to go do both applications. So I'm liking the slurry strategy. I will probably end up buying an extension tank for the slurry so that we have a little bit more of it. And with more capacity, we may be able to seasonally switch back and forth from slurry to manure, and that'll probably end up... I don't know if it'll eliminate the fertilizer, but I think it'll be cheaper to go that route, or let's hope so. So I'm just time-lapsing through real quick here. I went and got the cultivator to turn the field over, got my stone picker. I'm saving my stone over here for now. I'm hoping to buy the stone crusher, the modified stone crusher that makes lime, because I want to produce my own lime for the farm instead of having to buy it from the store. But I'm not actually sure how far the stone will go in making lime. Hoping it'll make quite a bit, so I'm just saving it up anytime I pull it off the field. And then, of course, it was time to seed, so I got the wheat and canola down on this side of the field. And I'll have to wait to get the sugar beet harvested there, but once the sugar beet's been harvested, then I can plant the entire rest of the half of the field with sorghum. I'm not going to do another crop of sugar beet this year because I already got a ton of it. But that pretty much wraps up September for the planting. So I went ahead and just jumped forward here. And we're in October, where we have a weed problem. Just so happens I have a weeder. This popped up in the marketplace for, gosh, I think it was like 60% off, and these are pretty cheap to begin with, so it was only a couple $1,000s to buy this. It's not particularly large. I think I'm going to want to upgrade from this to a larger one, and this is only, I want to say this is the 5 meter, and they make I think a 12 and a 15 meter one, and even those weeders aren't particularly expensive, so I may invest in one of those sooner than later, because this is tedious. And I'm letting the AI farmer do this right now, but I'm just watching my last few dollars tick away. I'm not too concerned about going broke this time, because I do have a few pallets of lettuce and all the green silage bales, which are ready for sale. I can't afford to get the bale loader right now, but that's okay. I'm just going to use the forks to load a couple up and get myself enough money to do the grass harvest. I've shown the grass harvesting plenty of times, so I'm not going to put that up. I'm just going to skip right past all the grass harvest. But at the end of the grass harvest, of course, I grabbed the bale loader, and I use it to sell off the green silage and a couple of the pink silage bales and get my budget back up to $25,000 in the bank, and then used it to pick up all of the new bales. So my newest harvest is now in white, and that $25,000 should be plenty to fund our sugar beet harvest. So that is the plan next. Alright, I am very pleased. We brought in damn near 26,000 liters of new sugar beet there to add to the 5 we already had on the ground. That's got to be close to 30,000 liters on the ground, which is plenty because it's a very small component of the pig's diet there. which leaves the rest of that field for sorghum next time, which is our base crop. So we're definitely going to want to have a lot more of that going forward. Just turn in the harvester here, and before we wrap it up for the day, I'm going to take a quick look at the used gear. Oh, nope. Nope, not interested in that. Ooh, I am interested in this. Wouldn't mind having a manure spreader, especially cheap like that. Or a slurry tanker. Damn. Well, I'll tell you what. Next time we come back, I think it'll be January. It'll be sale time, and we're going to make some money off all that silage we got built up. So that'll be it for episode 9. Take care of yourselves, and we'll see you next time.